Hello, welcome back to the game. We left off on a dark ending, but we'll see if we can change it. I got told that if I replay the game again, some new things change, so I might try that now. Oh, my screen's so dirty. Okay. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked alone, so it is different then. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there will be any girls in there anyway. The school day is as an ordinary day as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I'm so bad at reading, I don't know why I still play this game. I guess I have no choice but to start with an anime club. Blizzy? Monica. Oh shit, yeah, I need to turn my brightness down. Oh my god. Okay, that should be better for you guys. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little what, bro? What did you come here? What did you come in here for anyway? I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? On my case? I guess you could check the closet. You're in a debate club, right? Hi. About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Hi. It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature club can be anything, reading, writing poetry. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She's always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, guys. And besides, a member's a member, right? Then Monica says she. Hi Blue's Eye. By any chance you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I want to ask you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? Monica ain't even that special, but work on yourself, King. So I guess I could check it out. I saw him. The really sweet blows that you're not right. It's really nothing. Shall we go down? I'll look for the materials and time your mind point. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Now this line creeps me out. It creeped me out in the last one, what I played with it. The last playthrough. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being genuinely used to the third year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Just getting jiggy with it. I'm back, and I bought some gas for Mike. I hate this game. Why is it getting scary now? Jesus. Okay. Sorry. A guest. And it's Nasuki. It's been like a day since I last played this, and I forget easily. Seriously, you bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere? Don't be mean, that's okay. But anyway, welcome to the club, Lozai. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. This guy needs to calm himself down. So let me guys. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Nasuki, bro. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Nasuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. And why? This is Nasuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yori, the vice president. It's nice to meet you, bro. I need to get a drink, but and I would need to go downstairs. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Nasuki. Yes, nice to meet both of you. So I wanted to blow it in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you bought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget. I didn't forget that. But it just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right, bro? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Blazer? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Nasuki sit across from each other, still feeling awkward to take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan to come in here, but well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature club. You have to work very hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all go as a club before we graduate. Right, Nasuki? Well, I guess. Nasuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places teacups in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission, but after all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hi. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's no. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that I believe you. Well, tea reading, well, tea reading might not be the pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Bluesy, what kind of things you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Nasuki's head popped up. Nasuki's head suddenly perked up. It looked like she wanted to say something, but she kept quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri chases the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds, but the level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is really amazing to me. And telling a good story, in such a foreign world is equally as impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw it for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped at something we can relate to at the minimal level. At the rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Hi, I did expect that from you, Yuri. It shows your personality. Oh, is that so? I don't know what Yuri's voice is turning into. Really? If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down, but suddenly surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world around you. If only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is it?
Well, it's just...
Nasuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
Monica, I got it. That's right. You usually like to write about cool things, don't you, Nasuki?
What? What gives you the idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say out loud. And give it back.
Fine. Nasuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Nasuki averts her eyes. You won't like
them?
I'm not very confident writer yet. I understand how Nasuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. It's truly form of writing the truest form of writing is writing to oneself, bro. You must be willing to open up to your reader, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart, bro.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Nasuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sat in silence for a moment.
Hi, I just got an idea. How about this?
Huh? Nasuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write poems for our own When next time we meet, we shall all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica, but we should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Blizzard? Hold on, there's still one problem.
What is it?
Now that I've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All these girls stared back at me with detected eyes.
But bite.
I'm sorry, I thought.
Hemph.
These girls exchange glances before Monica turns to me.
Guys, I need to tell you the truth, Bloodseye. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 5.
This is different.
And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival,
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Are you? You really mean that, Bloodseye?
Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment, but
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
Blues, I'm so happy.
Bloodseye, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you the great time, okay?
Okay, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good night. Everyone remember tonight's assessment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Bloodseye, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah, I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing. Can I really do it? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, Dine. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club. I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess this starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Okay. A dream. Let me just... Bap. Okay, everything's working. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room. Its ceilings and walls beyond the deepest blackness. My depths were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole indeterminate indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already tired. Wasn't there a free here last time? Where's Monica? Okay. Let's see. I like headphones. Just thinking again some new ones. Blah, 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 blah. I think I picked Graveyard a lot, so I'm gonna go Imagination. Game, Sugar, Hopeless Fester, Secretive, Amazing. Uncontrollable could be quite a broad one. Blanket, Daydream, Extreme, Judgment, Portrait, Electricity, Massacre. Extreme spots. Hop, Poof, Kiss, Tears, Sweet Time, Comfort, Nightgown, Puppy, Treasure. Time is quite deep if you think about it. I don't like the word fortune because like unfortunate and fortunate always mix me up. Like I don't know which one's which. A misfortune, I don't know if it's like good or bad or anything. Death. Philosophy. Marshmallows. I like marshmallows. Sure, let's do the game. I don't know what is Doki. I don't know what Doki is. Fear. Starscape. I do like stars. Childhood. That could be a deep one. Milk. I like milk. A grief over the milk. Grief over spilled milk. Confining, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to click this one because that might scare me. Like it might give me a jump scare of did I really forget her name? You know who I mean. What's her name? I don't want to search it up just in case it gives me spoilers or anything. Yori, right? Okay. Dazzle, because we're dazzling. Bed, I love beds. Beds are cool. Dog. Existence. The agonizing existence. Yeah. Gonna write a really emo poem. Okay, how do I? Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back. Anyway, hey Gambler's Eye. Pardon me. Hey, again, blue guy. Why does he keep... So I record at night, man. Hi, again, blue guy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Hi. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. Is this me or is this some... It's slanted, right? And the cupboard's open. So I keep moving my webcam around. I'm just trying to make it so it doesn't keep flashing. Okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, Bluesy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a comment for you, bruh. Making you dive head first into literature, when you're not even accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. He already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here or to hang out or what.
I think I had the music slowed down a tiny bit.
But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
I can't read the writing, boss man. Can you move back a bit? Nasuki, distinct, entertainingly, I don't know, have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the club room. Pardon me. Nasuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Nasuki plops back into a seat. I'm sorry, Bluesy. I'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Nasuki with a disappointed glance. I thought it was just gonna be Yuri shoots Nasuki. BAM! Anyway, bro. Now that you're in a club and all, bro, perhaps you might be interested in picking a book to read. Well, I can't really say no to either. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that. If you ask. Well, wait. I didn't mean a lot there. Don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you want to read too. Are you sure? I just thought that, well, as vice president and all, that I should help and get you started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into a bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted, bruh. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? Man needs to calm down on the riz. We already reached maximum riz last episode. Well, maybe not last episode. No, maybe. Last playthrough, I'll just say that. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing hear what you think, bro. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression while she was waiting for this chance. I think I read that wrong. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her reading. I catch a glimpse of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deep in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine, but I was focusing. But if I was focusing, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I just reread a bit of this, so that's the book you gave. That's what you gave to me, right? I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Just curious how you come to have two copies of the same book. Well, I stopped at a bookstore yesterday, and well, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts speaking up, you might have a hard time putting it down, but it's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killer machines by lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding them by cutting off their limbs and afflicting them to. Okay, this is a lot different than the books you gave me last time. Maybe it's the same book, it's just telling me more about it. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. I think that the book might be what this game's gonna turn into, not gonna lie. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of that's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are we not a fan of those sort of things, Bluesy? It's not that I'm not a fan. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forget that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that kind of story. That's the kind of story that challenges you to look at life in a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, it's not because someone just wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Okay. Mom was so focused on the book, she changed her own, mind font, bro. That is insane. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I can't read that fast, so I can't pick up on the creepy hints. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I end up talking too much, but I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it out. Jesus. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but Oh, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. It's fine, it's right here. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Wait, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It just seems something I'm not used to. This is, that is reading in a company with someone else, but I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. I just got like a shiver. Sorry. I saw bathing. You really don't need to apologize. You really do apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. I'm sorry. I mean. Yeah, that should work, right? I slide my desk up against Yuri's then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timid. Okay. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we'll each lean a little bit closer. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kinda difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the page. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Being holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kinda distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready, bro? Turn the page. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not used to reading. I'm not used to reading. I cannot read. I'm sorry, guys. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri's no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume when she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Ginger. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Ew. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else. Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why I came into my head. Hi. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yeah. Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. We can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine, bro. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Dude, it's not like tilted anymore, it's like fine. I didn't think that closet was open last time. Why is there a seat in the closet? That's some symbolism, right? Sorry for eating, but I had anything to eat today. I don't want it to record. Okay. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Blows eye. Did something happen just now? I have no idea. You was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, nothing really. I just making sure that you don't know anything. That you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Hi, don't worry. I believe you, said I. Yuri just does this sometimes. Just nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while. Wrong accent. Sorry, I just figured we'd get starting without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make one mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag. Okay, who should I show my poem first? I think Monica, since we're already talking to her. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. How blows I? Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. So don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm all settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Hi. Don't worry, brother. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we will learn to pass on. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Hi, good job, brother. I was going in my head while reading out. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated joy. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way. It always counts when I put in some effort. Hi, that's not fair. I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from her reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved of social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strong lie. Like earlier, I think I think if she gets toy stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for a long time. Suddenly the door opens. Yo, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all start shouting out points of each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, bro. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my own poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantically scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room began to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's not right here. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Hi, it's okay. Oh, that's the kind of style I've gotten that is got pretty popular nowadays. But there's a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I need some kind of empathy recently. That I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's influenced my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, it's something like that. It's kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later, and avoid to think about it as if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, I guess we should talk to Yuri since we were just next to Yuri. Probably in close parameter it's probably close to us. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Exceptional. Oh, what was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri's first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? That's. I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Hi. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before, bro. Really? Oh, she's compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri chases off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down once more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's a specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that their both style and expressiveness are weaker and better. Once Siri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, I clicked too quick. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding and building them, but putting them together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with a price and learning by example and try new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Nasuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, no man. I should be talking about people like that, sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if she is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Nasuki. Do you mind if we read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts and process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a great opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. I've read this one before, and they're the same ones, right? The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms beneath air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking at all. But it took you a long time to read, bro. Well, I just don't read script that very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems, bro. No, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it, and I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose, bro. Are you into ghosts, Siri? The story ain't about ghosts at all, Bruiser. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it after all. But I remember the poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is being symbolic compared to a ghost, bruh. Lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. As soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too. Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep my best for you, Blues. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Bluesy. Me too. Okay, let's choose Nasuki.
Well, it's about what I expect of someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's bars right there.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I liked it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I liked it when it was easy to read, and it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do good things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice things about the simple writing poem is that, it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something today. I didn't expect that from the youngest. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Nasuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice to me, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on yours and Nasuki. I gingerly exchange sheets of paper. Sharing their respective poems, as if they read in tandem. I watch each of their expressions change. Nasuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Did you just say something?
No, it's nothing.
Nasuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can I be cute?
I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But it didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people do, by the way. Monica liked it. And Bluesy did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you suggestions on my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Bluesy liked my poem too, you know, bro. He even told me he was impressed by it. Nasuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Bluesy appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew size big as soon as Bluesy started showing up.
Nasuke. I had... What voice? I am Nasuke, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really add as cute as you look, Nasuke.
Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be edgy?
Edgy? I'm sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after graduating middle school, you know.
I don't know what's going on. It's kinda creepy. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa. Be careful, you might cut yourself on that head, Jury. Oh, my bad. You already did, didn't you?
Did you just accuse me of killing myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Bluesy hit everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Bluesy, she's just trying to make me look bad.
Is that true? She started it.
Okay, I think Nasuki's been out of pocket, not gonna lie. Like, didn't have to go that far, so I'm gonna go with Yuri. Wow, why does it keep zooming in? Do I have to pick Nasuki? Okay. Okay. Monica. Hi Bullseye. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. We really shouldn't have tried to get you invited. It's probably better if we just stay out of the ice. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Hi. Some president, am I right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? And why? If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Nasuki runs out the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're dying. I didn't mean it. She was rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Nasuki. Or did. Bluesy, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We all know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm not sure
I'm sure Nasuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Complete lie. Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home if you want. Yuka looks at me. She wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so let me take that responsibility today. It kinda sounds like you don't want me behind or something, your eye. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much chance to discuss my book with Bluesy. And it just would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Okay. Alright, well, we'll end this episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to traumatize that like button. And traumatize the subscribe button. Do whatever you have to do. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.